First off, my name Toe, but it's really Tobe Chuku. Got a BM that keep.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and our focus is on the Lions' leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Lions and the Buccaneers on Sunday night primetime.
West of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. The numbers for Gibbs from last week, 16 carries, 58 yards, and a score.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
And even though this is a top-5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there. And they're able to come up with the first down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom charts.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Well, a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
In motion goes the tight end. 4th down, a give to Gibbs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
White is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven him down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive, and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And it's caught. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They'll set up a throw. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. So here are the Bucs backed up to start their initial drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Check white. 43 rail. Opposite. Switch. Yellow.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Lions at 10-1 now on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Smith red. Black flag.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. You talk about this Lions defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Ready?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 60 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
And he's going to try and do this himself.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Lions had 6 to their lead.
And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Opposite. Green. Switch. Yellow. Ready. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Next red. Black block. Blue check. Yellow. Line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Ritter now looking to throw it this time.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Check white. Opposite. Green. Switch. Yellow. Check pink.
Ritter to throw it.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll look to set up his blockers. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
A toss out right to Gibbs. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but it did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into the passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is going to blow up in their faces. Not only did they not get the first, they're going to lose big yardage as well.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
Ready.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Here's Ritter again.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Here's Ritter.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Ritter.
And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike
6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Check that.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll be out right at the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. That one let go deep for Laporta. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Pulled in at the 24. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where you see the final score there. Justin Fields leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a 1-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it. Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 31 yards there to
first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw, Ritter. And that, nearly picked off. But would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Ritter will set up to throw it. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Ritter throwing on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they get him to the ground at the Lions 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line. Ritter with it after the play fake. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 35 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for two here. Ritter will throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for two. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They go play action here on first down. From the left side, it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line, 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. Down inside the 10. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're so...
There he goes, right side. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's first and 10 from the 45. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Ready?
Ritter now on second down. And a catch right side by Evans. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Ritter. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
97. Ready?
Ritter back to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Quick, yellow, check pink, Smith red.
Here's a give up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Ready. Set.
Ritter now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Carlson on for the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions offense set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown,
Detroit. A big play there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Back now in Tampa. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Ready, ready. Yellow, Lonnie.
On first down, Ritter. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. It's Ritter. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Bucs on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Bobby Okereke coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Standing just about on his own goal line. Take it at the 37. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Gibbs has it. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Hand off now to Gibbs. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here. So it looks like we've got a line and shake it up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Gibbs on the toss left. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
At the Buccaneers' 2-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. But that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that can win the game for us.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 2. On play action, here's Ritter.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready?
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ritter on first and 10.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down.
Ritter from the gun, able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're going to speed things up here.
Ritter looking to throw on first and 10.
Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete.
Now a second and 2. Ritter to throw it.
Over the middle to Evans.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's now third and goal.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Come on, set.
Ritter.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
On third down, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. The give right side for Gibbs. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. 120 yards rushing now on 23 carries so far.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on,